2, 1.
Here we go!
Hey, what's up? Ken from Palm Beach Dyno here. We've got an awesome video for you today. We're testing another TTR CNC manifold. This time it's the billet version. For those of you guys that missed it, they also make a carbon version that we did some testing on, and you can check out that video here. Not only do we have a carbon and billet version for most Coyote guys, but even the 21 plus F-150 guys, we made a special version just for you. Those have different bolt patterns, different throttle body. So we have a 21 plus F-150 specific manifold. Should work exactly the same, but we're gonna show you an F-150 on the dyno soon. Anyway, what we're gonna do is set this car up for 3 pulls on E85, roughly 1,000 horsepower, 1,100 horsepower, and 1,200 horsepower. And then we're gonna swap the intake manifold, change nothing, and do those 3 pulls again. So a no BS back-to-back test. And then at the end, we'll give you a closer look at the intake manifold and discuss many of the benefits that this setup has. Anyway, let's do a pull. Okay, we're gonna do a few different pulls. I don't have the boost controller set up for the E85 yet, so we're gonna see what it makes on about 16 pounds and then go up and shoot for about 1,200 total. Try the next set point. That was 1,000 horsepower and about 15 pounds of boost. All right, that was 1118 on only 18 pounds of boost. Let's add more. All right, guys, that could have went better. 12:15 on only 22 pounds of boost. This thing is running incredibly well. Don't forget, this is a low compression engine. It was set up to run 93 octane because it's being shipped overseas. You can watch the video on the 93 octane pulls. We did that separately. But anyway, this is about the TTR, so now we're gonna swap the manifold and see how much power it makes. All right, guys, we got the TTR intake on, and we're gonna do 3 pulls at the 3 boost levels that we did the baselines at. Let's see what it makes. Wow, I didn't expect that much power at that boost level. Let's go, let's take a look at the log real quick, make sure we're good. All right, we are looking good. This is going really well, guys. All right, we're gonna go right into it. Really awesome when something comes together this great. Let's go look at the dyno graph. Okay guys, this test went exactly as I expected, which doesn't always happen. Let's go over the stock intake numbers first. I tried to set 3 different power levels to see if the gains were relative to the power level or if they were pretty consistent across the board. They wound up being very consistent. Let's look at the stock intake numbers first. 1,000 horsepower at 15 PSI, 1118 at 18.5 PSI, and at 22 PSI, 1215. I'm going to go ahead and go to the full graph so we can take a look at it. As you can see, very, very consistent. I spent a lot of time getting this proper. We also did this car on 93 octane. Those results will be coming to you in another video. That one may blow your mind even more than this. And we also put the TTR intake on with the 93 intake manifold, and it did about what you're gonna see here, even on 93 octane. And then I even stepped it up. We made some crazy power on 93 octane, but that's not what this is about. That'll be the next video. So, very first pull, I'll go back to just individual graphs so it's a little easier to see. So these are on the same boost controller setting. Okay, 1,000 horsepower to 1,072. Remember though, that's peak power. There's even more to this story. A lot of the vehicles that run this sort of intake are operating at the high RPM range, and we're really looking up here. So peak power, it picked up 72 horsepower. But if we go all the way out here to as high as I pulled the stock intake, which, you know, there was no point in going higher. It was really diving. It went from 932 horsepower to 1,063. You're talking 130 horsepower at 7,800 RPM. Absolutely awesome. Did we see the same gains at all boost levels? Yes, we did. So the next one we're gonna look at is the one that baselined at 1118. 1181. Now keep in mind, you know, boost varies slightly between pulls. We have different temperature differences. We're looking for trends, and the trend here is that it killed it on the power again. But let's go ahead and look at the highest horsepower pull. It went from 1215 to 1291. At the same RPM, it went from 1177 to 1290, still way over 100 horsepower, different variances and different the baseline versus the after. You're gonna see differences there, but what you're seeing here is the same thing over and over again, which is as the stock intake dives, not only is it making more power at peak, it carries the power. So this is huge. Now, one place we're gonna see awesome back-to-back test results is JPC is testing this intake manifold for us. They're testing it on Brandy's car, which is a pro-charged crank drive car. I'm not sure if she puts her times out there, but it's a very fast 1/8 mile car. It has a Boss intake on it, and they're going to be doing a back-to-back test on that for us, so we'll see that. Also, keep in mind, the reason I love TTR is they're very responsive to our requests here at Palm Beach Dyno in creating new products. This all started with one carbon fiber intake manifold. Now we have a version for the 21 Plus F-150. And now we have the billet version. The billet version is just like the carbon version, except the plenum is made out of billet. Now let's take a look inside it, and I want to show you guys why I like it so much. I didn't get much footage of the billet one off the vehicle, but luckily I took a bunch of really good pictures of it before we installed it, and man, the inside of this intake is where the magic happens. If you didn't see it, obviously this is killing a 2018 manifold. We also did testing on a GT500, and it was the carbon fiber version, but the runners are the same, versus a Sean's Custom Alloy and a Plasma Man, and the TTR beat it out. They were really close, but we definitely saw a benefit to the TTR, and you can watch that video by clicking here. Now, like I said, we also have this intake available for the 21 Plus F-150, which is a unique pattern, not only for the intake manifold at the flange, but also the throttle body is different. Our version bolts directly onto a 21 Plus F-150, and we'll have a video, not a back-to-back video, but a video showing off the power curve on that truck really soon. I hope you guys stick around for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can check it out, like it, share this video with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one.